The speech toggle.
Thank you very much. Thanks for giving me the chance to speak today. Fellow Toastmasters, friends, and guests. Once I heard the theme of the day, vocation, and the word of the day is excitement, and I saw directly the second speaker, so without thinking, I raised my hand. Okay, I will speak. And many of you, I can tell, came back from time off or from vacation. Last name, she was back to the country. Art and Tracy, I believe they were off for some time too. The topic I want to discuss, I share with you my personal experience is hiking trip. And how many of you like hiking or plan hiking or enjoy hiking? Most of you. And I know there are some of the people in our group in Toastmaster. Eric is the one who's very involved in hiking, high peaks and stuff. He always talk about what to take care of when you go on hiking. And I consider myself not a planned hiker, but if I see a trail, I will hike it, a mile or two here and there. But the experience I want to share, a couple months ago, my daughter was off on the Saturday, Sunday. She went to UC Davis. So my wife had some plans to go somewhere. So I planned a trip with her. I said, I'm going to come over, see you, so we can have a lunch and talk. She mentioned that there's a Lake Berryessa Trail. We can hike that one. So that excited me, I said, okay, I can hike that one. She told me, it's an easy hike, it's a 5 mile, it's a loop, and we can do it chit-chat. And I was all set. I said, okay. She told me, make sure you come early because it gets hot in the afternoon. So I got to Davis around 7:30. It's about 45 minutes from Davis to Lake Berryessa. And the trail called Blue Ridge. We got there around 8:30, start hiking, and once we went to about 100 or 200 yards, and she said, no, this is the wrong way. We had to go back and start it over. I said, okay. So we came back, start hiking the trail. So I was expecting it should be easy, hiking a hill, it should be moderate, not too hard. So those were my expectations because I was not prepared for it. So I never studied the trail. So as soon as we started walking, after half a mile, she said there will be some steps you have to climb. I said, okay. So half a mile I was okay. When the steps came, it was very hard. Stairs go up, then you walk, stairs go up. It was getting tougher and tougher as I go up. And the way I was not prepared, I was not studied the trail. There was few people that were hiking in the beginning. We saw, walk by us. And most of the young kids, my daughter, she's 20-year-old. It was okay for her to hike. And she done it before. And myself, I'm not mentally prepared as well as physically prepared for it. It was tough. The point I want to make, that trail is okay for the hikers who do on the regular basis. But the untrained people or unprepared people, it was tough. And as for we start hiking, I recall some of the things Eric mentioned in the meetings here. Take plenty of water with you. Take a shade, hat, or something with you. So luckily, when we were driving from Davis to the trail, so I stopped by the liquor store. I bought some water. My daughter had a little water with her. She said, oh, that's plenty of water, you don't need much water. So just in case I said, just in case I need some water, I bought a big bottle of water.
I thought you bought some liquor.
So basically, when we start hiking, the trail is in such a way when you go up on the less hiked trails, they have branches. When you're going on the main one, the branch goes this way, that way, and At one point, after 2.5 miles, we close to 3 miles, and it was just me and her. And it was so hot, getting hot around 10 o'clock, 10:30, because we were going up. The temperature was rising too. And the trail is, there are bushes on both sides, and you are walking through the bushes. And there was no wind, no air. It was so much suffocation. And when we went up to the peak, we hiked one peak, came down, it was okay. We hiked another one, came down, and I told my daughter, I said, I'm tired. It's like, I cannot walk anymore. And it was so much suffocation surrounding, hardly any wind. So I was kind of scared. I did not see any people coming from the front. I did not see any people coming from behind of us. And she said, Dad, this is the last peak, we have to hike, then we have to go down. So I said, okay. So when we go down on the second peak, she said, no, there's another one we need to hike. And that really scared me. I said, are we lost or what? I said, do you know your trail? She said, yeah, I hiked it, it's one more to do. And I did that one, and she said, no, there's one more to do.
Oh, no.
Man, that really scared me. I did not see anybody coming. I thought, we may be lost in the trail. So basically, I pushed myself to hike the final peak, and went over the hill. Then I see some people on the other side. They're coming from the other end. Then I realized, we're on the right track. I spoke to them. I said, they said, this is the last one. Now you're going to go downhill, so you will be okay. Going downhill, it was harder than going up. It was very hard on your legs. If you are not a regular hiker or practice before you go in, it was very hard. And while we were walking down, and she was minding her own business, she had her backpack, wrapped around her forehead, and she was looking down and walking. And all of a sudden, I was behind her, and I saw a big snake in the trail. And the trail was like this wide, side of the hill, and the snake was in the middle of the trail. And she was almost going to step over the snake. So I hold her back. I said, hey, there's a snake. And I was so nervous and tense to holding her back. And snake was laying down calmly, and it took about, probably 30 seconds to a minute before he moved towards the bushes. So my recommendation for the hiking trip, no matter you hiked on the regular basis, small trails, mile or two, be careful, study your trail, take plenty of water with you, take a hat with you, and be prepared. You can easily get lost on this trail because they have so many branches going here and there. So that was my hiking trip, and I would recommend it. It was enjoyable. Once I was up there, saw the view of the lake, and it was nice. It's worth doing it. And if anyone like to try it, it's a Blue Ridge, Lake Berryessa. And since I give you the information, you will be more prepared and aware of it. That's it. Thank you very much.
Thank you for sharing your trip with us. If you could take a minute and provide feedback to us, please.